What's up, everyone? This week on the pod, we're going to do a Super 7 on Nardcore. That means we're building out the best Nardcore playlist possible. There's 4 of us, and you can do it. Do it along with us, listen, have fun. I do want to say the Nardcore for Life compilation on Indecision Records is out this Friday. It'll be available on all streaming platforms, and everyone that pre-ordered the vinyl already shipped. First press is sold out, but you can order the second press right now, indecisionrecords.com. And the second press, the vinyl's cool as fuck. It's 50-50 Cardinal and Gold for Nard High. For those of us who went to Oxnard High, I went for a few years. And yeah, a lot of other people did as well. And let's sell through that press so we can do the Wainimi colors next. What's up? But yeah, go to indecisionrecords.com and check that out. And while you're there, make sure you pick up that tuning record too, because that LP is the shit. Please support the podcast by subscribing wherever you listen to podcasts. Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all those spots. Just hit subscribe. That matters a lot for the pod. Also, please just take the time to do a short little review if you haven't already. Just write this podcast rules, dude. That's all you got to do. And it helps the pod get more traction and so forth. Share with your family and friends. You know what to do. If you want to go the extra mile, you can go to patreon.com/185 miles south. Become a monthly Patreon. $1 gets behind the paywall, but you can toss down however much you can do or how much you want to support with. And we're doing Patreon pods. I'm trying to do them for every single long-form interview I do. I get a little crew together, and we talk about that pod. We go through the discography of the person I interviewed. And quite honestly, I think that those are the best podcasts that I do. I don't know. Just like they've been really good, entertaining for me. And I've learned a lot from like the guests of talking about the people that I interview and going through those discographies. It's been really fun. Anyway, let's get on with the pod.
"185 Miles South", a hardcore punk rock podcast.
What's up, everyone? This week on the pod, we're going to do another Super 7, and this time we are building Nardcore playlists. So that's anything from the 805 region, Simi Valley, Santa Barbara, and there's always some wild cards. If you choose Die Hard Youth, you're not getting crucified. You know, so yeah, let's get into it. Joining us today, you know him, you love him. He's episode 1, the legend, Joe Rivas.
Woo, woo, woo. Hey, everybody.
Yeah. Then you also got the main man, Stu from Omega Point.
What up, guys?
And then joining us, we got some new blood, and this is Luke Callahan, and he's 16. He's Jim Callahan from Ill Repute's son. He's joining us on the line for a fresh perspective to tell us all our picks are shit, and we should all go die. And we should all go die. What's up, Luke?
He's gonna tell them, okay, boomers.
Yeah, okay, boomers. What's up, Luke?
How's it going?
Yeah.
Hey, Luke.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Cool. So we did the draw right before we hit the air, and we're going to go in the order of Luke, myself, Stu, and then episode 1. So,
I got the Nardcore spot.
Yeah, man. To explain the rules of the game, if you haven't heard one of these episodes before, basically we're building out 7-song playlists based on a topic. So this time is Nardcore, so you're basically just building out a 7-song playlist, and once that song is taken, someone else cannot take it. But if someone takes a song by a band, you're welcome to take any other song by that band. No problem. And yeah, let's kick it off. Luke, go ahead. You got number 1 pick.
All right. So my first song is Think Positive by RKO. Yeah, I think especially right now that song is a good message with everything that's going on. Just got to keep a PMA, think positive, you know.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Great fucking pick. Can't fuck with RKO.
Great. Yeah,
On the I had so many options by then. I didn't know which one to choose.
The rough one.
Yeah.
Well, Stu's got 7 other picks of RKL, so we'll get to them all.
Oh yeah,
they're all off.
The
Rock and Roll Nightmare.
Yeah. You know, I just got in the mail today. Revenge is a Beautiful Feeling. So stoked! It's been on my want list forever, and I finally found it for $10, and it was like, take my money. You know, I think if that's the one where they basically like bootleg all the Mystic stuff, right, on another label.
Yeah.
Yeah, super cool.
Man.
Beat them at their own game, huh?
Yeah.
So anyway, we should say Think Positive, the first song off the RKL LP, Keep Laughing, and just all around fucking classic. You know, starting out with that palm muted riff, dun 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 dun. It's like, you know it's coming.
And that little that comes in. Oh
yeah. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We got popular people, man. It's cool.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
All right. I got
Not us.
no. My mom doesn't even call me anymore. So yeah. Oh Jesus, Joe. You better hope COVID lasts forever, dude. Before I knock on that door. Okay, so I got second pick. Luke, you saved my ass because I would have cried if I didn't get the song. I'm going Ill Repute, Book in His Cover. Not only one of the greatest Nardcore songs of all time, one of the greatest songs of all time. Just the way it comes, in. Yeah, the way it comes in, the lyrical content, you know, going slow to fast. Everything about this song is fucking perfect. If I was going to create like a 10-song playlist, show to someone to get into punk, it'd be on there. And it's my number one Nardcore pick. Book in His Cover, one of the standout tracks on their first LP, What Happens Next. Joe, you got anything on this song?
It's a great song. It was on my Super 7. What would 7 songs you would give to a new kid to hardcore? Yeah,
I know. So I should feel extra guilty for stealing it from you this time, huh?
No, it's all right.
It's payback from the mom joke.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I was gonna take a Dog In song first, but I guess I'll go Book in His Cover instead.
Hey, that could be a number 7.
You could use Drink Positive since they covered that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm picking this not only to get back at episode 1 for that mom joke. I'm going because it's one of my favorite songs of all time. And yeah, Book in His Cover. There we go. Let's get on to
an amazing song.
Yeah. Stu, what's your number 1 pick?
All right, I'm going with the classic Hometown Pride by In Control. This is pretty much everything I would ever want in a hardcore song, and the song is clocking in under a minute. Like, the riff is insane. Shout out to Pit Boss 2K.
What? They have a similar riff?
Yeah.
For reals?
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that.
Oh, no way, dude. I could have sworn that I was like, hey, Chops, you lifted that shit. Anyways, dude, everything about this fucking song, the fact that there's secret lyrics, and it just, like, the chant at the end, I just fucking feel it every time, and, like, I don't know, dude. Like, all the lyrics, like the guest vocal spots at the end is just my favorite. I just fucking love the song.
Are there really guest vocal spots since it's everybody in the band?
I think so, yeah.
I love the way Chris says, the best damn place in the fucking scene. Yeah.
So snotty, dude.
I know. It's good. Yeah, I wrote that song. Whoever's knocking around, try to either mute yourself or don't do it. But yeah, I wrote this song the day before we recorded the demo. I think just because like we're like, oh, we should have another fast song on there, or something. But no, I mean, that's hilarious. You think I would lift that riff because like it's not really a riff. I just go between 7 and 5 as fast as I can, and then go to 8.
No, the end riff, because the circle pit riff is just insane. It's just like
the dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just genericore.
That's like super 10 million bands have done that.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Just Pit Boss and in control, and I lifted it off Pit Boss.
Dude.
I'm not lifting anything off Pit Boss. Lockjaw lost the plot on that band.
Oh man,
you just gotta. It reminds me of track and the vocals and the gangs on that song, because that's when the meltdown happened. So
yeah, well, yeah, because we're trying to share like 2 sets of headphones. And so Roger like bent them all the way out so we could like try to all hear. And then episode 1 comes storming out. Who's bending my headphones? And instead of Roger, the nicest guy that could have just owned up to it, and like Joe probably would have been like, "Oh man, I can't get mad at Roger. Like I take it back. I'll just go back in my cave." No one said anything, and then Tony probably like snarked off. Then Joe went into Joe rage. But hey,
Revis Rage, dude.
Yeah, Revis Rage.
0.
I know.
Well, I need to specify. Out of all the times that the song's been recorded, I'd say my favorite is the Breaking the Curse.
For reals?
Yeah, I think so. I think Ryan's voice is just insane on that.
It's pretty
recording.
damn good. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you know, like it's funny because when we were in the studio for that, his voice sounded way different, and he just couldn't get his scene together. And we didn't like it. And I was like, I'm okay with it as long as you like, this is how you want your voice to be. Like, we just have to do this forever. And then like, he was able to like, not do that again from there on out. So that CD's just like a weird fucking thing. Plus it was weird that we like re-recorded everything. Like that was just like, the whole idea is weird, but I think that we were trying to give 6 Weeks something kind of new. Cause like they offered to do the record and then Indecision was like right after. And then we were like, oh shit, like, I don't know what to do. It's just like, it's hard to be strategic and know what you're doing when you're 19, you know? So that's all. But that's interesting that you like that. I haven't listened to that record in forever just because I can't listen to it because of the vocals. But the craziest thing about that record is on Let It Be, that like the snare got cut out. So like what you hear on that CD is literally like Tony going in on another track and doing snare only. So all the snare hits, like that's Tony just playing a single snare drum and then trying to figure out like all the rolls and the fills. It's pretty wild. He like nailed it. It's only a tiny bit on the second verse. So you'll hear like a little bit of the bleed that it sounds a little bit phlegmy, but yeah, Tony was a fucking beast. Still is a beast.
Yeah.
You know,
he is. I'm trying to play a lot of close stuff, but it's pretty gnarly.
You're breaking up a little bit, Luke. So try to get back where you were before, and also speak up. Okay, let's go on to episode 1. Joe, what's your number 1 pick?
Yeah. Well, I'm picking Reflections out the gate from Clench Fist because it's one of my most favorite songs. So.
And a defensive move because you knew Stu was going to take it, right?
Yeah. Well, somebody might have. Yeah. So, Reflections. It's the name of a new comp that should be out sometime in 2025.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
we've talked about it a bunch here. It's the tape comp that Stu's putting together. This is the title track of it.
It's basically the most hype comp in the history of the pod since we have 2 full episodes on it.
Dude, so fucking popular. Thanks for that advertisement, dude.
I know the Nardcore for Life comp only had 1 episode on it.
All right.
But yeah, sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
Talk about the song.
No, it's okay.
Song's
I was
insane.
just talking about I was going to talk about the band. They're all friends of mine, guys that I'm in a band with now. All of them, or 2 of them at least. But the song meant the world to us back then, and for some reason it still resonates with at least with Stu's generation, I don't know about Luke's generation yet. Maybe he doesn't even know the song. We can.
Oh, he's gonna know it.
We're gonna sort that out for him.
Yeah. Hey, Luke, that's a good question. Have you ever heard that song?
Yeah.
Reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is on the comp on Fred's
I'm
comp.
sure I
So
have.
That's
honestly.
right. That's right. It's on localism, but yeah, sometime.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sometime in the month span of when this episode comes out, we're hoping Reflections comes out. Just so everyone knows, Stu had a lot of problems with the plant. Like basically, you get a test pressing on a tape, right? Like a tape test pressing.
You do, and we got one, and we had the fluctuation in volume was going in and out, and there was something separate from the mastering and mixing, and so we returned it, got it back again, the second press, and through like half a stand your ground song, which is like you've already listened to like an hour and a half of music, and then like the fourth to last song goes blank,
Ugh.
and it's just like fuck, dude. So turned it back, and the third test is in transit, so we'll see how that sounds in a couple weeks.
Yeah. So hopefully it's out. And obviously you can just follow 185 Miles South on Instagram, and you'll know when it comes out because we'll post it. But yeah,
smash that Patreon.
you don't even have to smash a Patreon. We'll tell you for free. But yeah, like the way that we've talked about the song a million times on the pod, but let's do it again. So just the way it comes in with like the tom fill, or like he's just like playing on the toms, so ill. And then like
I always love a song that starts with that.
Yeah,
with the toms.
Yeah, so good. And it's just like so like the energy's up, and then it kind of like he goes to a fill, and like when he drops to the fill, like the song's kind of dropping out a little bit, and the singer goes Reflections, and then like it comes in, and it's like the verse is so raging, and then I don't know, the whole song is fucking super fucking catchy, and then we've talked about it on the pod also, but like the breakdown is so hard, like the
but like Brian Baker hard.
Yeah, but I would say harder than Brian Baker. But then like that's
absolutely. But I feel it. I feel it.
Yeah, a little bit of Baker in there, which is undeniable because it's Forrest, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like what can make this breakdown any better? And then he just goes wow, and like breaks into this beautiful solo, and it's like so hard and so like. It's like prime, it's like How I Laugh Tomorrow era Suicidal in a way, right? Where they do like a super hard riff, and then Rocky George is just fucking playing like super beautiful melodies over the top of it. And it's like
a pretty melody over it.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know if I want to like smash something or cry right now. Like my emotions are just
for real.
like going through a blender.
Everywhere, dude.
Yeah. So this is a beautiful song.
I feel that.
Soon enough, everyone will be able to hear it on the Reflections comp, if Reflections is not already out by the time this airs. Okay. Joe, anything else on this before we move on to Luke for his second pick?
Luke.
All right, Luke, let's go with your second pick, Luke.
All right, my second pick is from a newer band, Civil Conflict. They're younger. They're good friends of mine. From the new album Live Fast, Skate Fast. It's called AI, and it's just what it's about. Just about how the government stuff, just artificial intelligence, how it's advancing so quick, just in front of our eyes. But just like the initial riff, it's just crazy. It starts off slow, and then Firms, the drummer, just speeds it up with the drums. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
It just kicks in all fast.
That's cool.
I don't know if you guys have listened to them, but they're really good.
Yeah, it's available on Spotify, everyone. Check out Civil Conflict. And yeah, the album is called Live Fast, Skate Faster. It came out in 2019. So if you search on Spotify for Civil Conflict, you'll find it. And AI is their second most popular song there, looks like. So very easy to find.
Yeah.
You don't even have to scroll down.
Skate punk.
Yeah, and then it's pretty wild. I mean, Joe, when we think about the generation gap and like what younger generations can sing about, because obviously you can sing about whatever you want, but sometimes I would feel weird about like people super young, like talking too much on like world and experience, so it's like, that's why we've talked before about like, it's rad when young bands sing about like skateboarding and shit. But like, if you think about artificial intelligence, like this is a wild issue if you're like a 16-year-old person, because like, we're a little older, we're established in our careers. Like they actually do have to worry about the robots taking over and taking all their jobs,
Right.
Like
everybody just has, everybody just has their phone, and whenever they're out, just hanging out, whatever, usually everybody's fucking looking down, texting somebody. Like, I feel like eventually people are just not going to know how to hold the conversation. And it's already like happening that robots are kind of taking our jobs. It's kind of crazy to think about, but I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
It's a reality. It fucking sucks. I think about it every day.
I know. Yeah. Like, how much stuff can you get replaced with? I mean, like, just in the past decade, have we seen like self-checkout and stuff at
that's what I was about to say. Self-checkout, like that's taking out all the cashiers. Like eventually everything's going to be self-checkout some way.
Yeah, I mean, even in like some fast food places, you can order and it just comes out. So it's pretty wild.
McDonald's, you just go up
fucking machine at McDonald's.
Such a big iPad, yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
You pick what you want, and then it brings it to you. Yeah, it's gnarly.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's a subject that has been touched in hardcore for years too. But
sure, I just think that its relevance.
The reality, the reality is way. It's here now. Where before it was like, oh man, we're gonna worry about this in the future.
It's just like in the
future. Y2K.
And now is the future. Like, happening right before our eyes.
Yeah, and it's only gonna get more prevalent. So shout out Civil Conflict, great Oxnard band.
And
great that's pick. Cool to get on the list. Well, Luke, you've treated me well, so I'm gonna get my second number one pick, and since, oh my God, choose a Stalag song. Well, I got 4. I'm only gonna take one, but I'm taking Black and Gray. You
would, dude. You would.
I know. Well, I got a Rager as my first song. I'm gonna
song by them for sure.
I'm gonna get some more Ragers. So I'm gonna take Black and Gray. It's again like we're talking about. It's like, do you want to slam or do you want to cry? Like it's so raging, but it's like emotional and like, it's like the surface of a lake. Fucking love it. It's a perfect drivey mid-tempo song. The recording, if you guys listen to
the best.
Yeah, if you guys listen to the Ron podcast, you'll understand why that fucking album sounds so good. They spent $7,000 on it in 1984.
Oh yeah.
It's like that's why it sounds so good, and like I don't know, it just has the perfect quality for like it sounds like that old school punk, but it's so bright and you can hear everything and it just fucking rages.
Yeah, like you were saying on the pod with Ron, how if you want to listen to one specific instrument, you can. Like if you just want to hear the lead guitar, like it's easy to listen to. If you want to hear the bass line, you can just hear that like easily.
Yeah, cleanly.
Everything's mixed so well. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey, they got someone else's money's worth on that record. So super rad. And you guys are fucked, dude. Because I got Bookend's cover in Black and Gray. I think I already won. So what's that?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
All right. Let's move on to Stu with your second pick.
My second pick. And I feel the same way. It's like, pick a fucking RKO song. And I'm going to. And it's going to be Seeing You, which is on Rock and Roll Nightmare.
Yeah.
and like, dude, hey, like, I can't help the choice cuts. But
hey, it's a good fucking song. So,
dude, there's like, it starts with like this unfollowable bass line. You have no idea what the fuck Bomber's even playing, but you just know he's just shredding. And then,
dude, he's a god.
Oh, he's a gun. And then he goes into this drum solo, and then the song really kicks in. And the song is about seeing your ex-girlfriend in public after a breakup. And everyone knows how that feels.
Always a good time.
Oh, dude. So, you're all confused. You're like, do I fight the dude that you're with, or do I fight you?
Fight the dude you're with.
No, it just makes you want to stay inside and learn how to get really good at bass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's like what you should be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's my number 2. Fucking love this song. And then like the end, they just like chant, "It's just too much seeing you."
Yeah. And Stu's love for this album has been much documented on the pod.
Well documented.
And yeah, so it's great to get it on there. So yeah, that is RKL Seeing You off Rock and Roll Nightmare, their 1987 LP, second LP. Let's move on to Joe for your number 2 pick.
Okay, so this is an attack move. I'm taking aggression, intense energy.
All right. It's cool, man. I have a plethora of aggression songs to choose.
Yeah, I mean, and you can't go wrong with any aggression song either. But this is quite possibly the best one.
Yeah,
it's about skateboarding, like we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course, they were in their 20s when they wrote this. Still, you know, the song, you know, both versions, the one on Someone Got the Head Kicked In and on Don't Be Mistaken, are both phenomenal. I do love the Don't Be Mistaken version better because of the skate wheel at the beginning.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
you know,
it was classic.
Henry's guitar playing, you know, I only play in a punk rock band because Henry played guitar, and I wanted to be him. So he's phenomenal.
Yeah,
the bass is great. The drums are great. The recording is fantastic.
The recording is fantastic.
You know, we've had this discussion between In Control and Don't Be Mistaken, which one sounds better. I think that they both sound incredibly well. I don't know which one sounds better. You say In Control. I don't know. I think Don't Be Mistaken does, but
nice.
Catch Me Tomorrow and it might be different. You know.
Yeah. So this song is super crucial, and we talked about on the pod once, thinking that, you know, we talked about the Aggression album with the skateboarder on it, and we were trying to brainstorm like how many albums prior to this had skateboarding on the front of it, and I did a deep dive on that. So if anyone's curious, go to at 185 Miles South on Instagram, and I did one of those things where like you save your story. And like you can click on that, and there's like, I found like 30 albums prior to this that have like a skateboarder or a skateboard on the front of it. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, Jan and Dean and
yeah, there's a ton of stuff and a ton of Euro stuff as well. But as far as like hardcore and punk, it was like JFA and a couple others. But yeah, all sorts of other stuff like surf and instrumental and like just a different types of, you know, Euro bands playing stuff. I didn't like dig in to see what kind of style of music they were playing, but you could tell it was like European. So yeah, love the pick. Again, can't go wrong with any Aggression song off Don't Be Mistaken. And yeah, love it. Absolutely. Let's go back to Luke with your number 3 pick.
All right, my number 3 pick. It's got to be. It's a hard one. Probably To the Core by Dead Heat for sure. The way it opens up, just that slow kind of riff, and then just the way it goes from fast to slow so smoothly. It's cool, and the breakdown is crazy.
It's so
like
good.
a classic modern Nardcore anthem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
there's like a million parts in this song, but it doesn't come off like pretentious or wanky.
No,
it's like, how do they?
No, it's just good.
Yeah, like how do they have that many parts and it sounds like a cohesive short song?
It just it transitions so well.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's just
like they even transition like the song completely stopping and then just heavy riff, and it's like,
right?
Oh, like I thought the song was fucking over.
Right, and it still doesn't seem dragged out. It's absolutely brilliant songwriting. You know, again, it's the thing that makes like hardcore music so great at its like best is like taking a style that's been so overworked, for so many generations, and still like coming up with a way to make it fresh. This pick's awesome, and yeah, it was on my list too. Stu, you have it on your list?
Got it.
Yeah.
We all did, yeah.
Okay, Joe, you had it too. So yeah. Well, thanks, Luke. Go fuck yourself.
Thank you.
Nice steelies there.
Welcome to the pod.
No, yeah. Nah, that's what it's all about is get these big ones in early, the stuff you need.
Yeah.
So much respect. Your picks have been awesome so far. But you can't go wrong. Like we're talking about, I was singing before, I've done a couple of these now, and doing a top 10 is hard, but then to cut it down to 7 is like brutal. Like you're literally cutting 3 songs out of your top 10, which is already hard to do, so, but I love it because they're all going to be good. Even if like someone chooses a sorry band, it's going to be like that one song that's sick. So,
right.
All right.
Oh yeah.
My number 3. I am going to take Dr. No, Watch It Burn.
Let's pay back.
So, Dr. No again, can't go wrong. Period. I love the whole career. Like there's nothing that they've done that I haven't liked. I love the early Brandon stuff. Could have chose stuff off that, and Plug In Jesus is an absolute masterpiece. But this is a 7-inch right after that, and they redo this song on This Island Earth as well. But I'm choosing the 7-inch version. It's just faster. And this is just this is a perfect fucking song. Like I was singing Life Returns might be my favorite Dr. No song, or this, and it's like Watch It Burn just has everything in it that I want to show people about like the power of Dr. No. Although Circle of Fear has like the fucking, that's Ismail, like, the bass solo part where it's just drums and bass. It's like I kind of wanted Circle of Fear too. It's like, but whatever. I'm taking Watch It Burn off the Burn 7-inch. Dr. No, I believe 1985. And Joe, you got anything on this?
I mean, the song is phenomenal. It's been covered by just about every band that I can think of, here in Ventura County. It's a great song. I agree that the 7-inch, that the Burn EP version of the song is better than the Silent Earth version, but only because like you said, it's just got more edge to it. Well, it's faster. Maybe the quality of the recording of the Silent Earth is better, but
but this song
it loses that fire. So
right.
It's not to say that it's bad. It's just the Burn EP version's better.
Yeah, I wonder if it would be a thing like, you kind of like what Bad Brains album you heard first. Like, what if you heard the This Island Earth version first? I wonder if you would.
You'd probably like it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you'd like it. I like both, but yeah, like you think that you'd prefer it? Maybe. I mean, yeah, because if you're used to like that banging recording, and then you go to something that's a little more raw, it might sound like a demo for it. But
right, they're both still. Sorry.
No, right. You're going to say what I'm going to say, so go ahead.
I was just going to say they're both still 3-piece, so it's just Kyle, Ismail, and Rick. So it just they had more money to do, the Metal Blade or what? It wasn't Metal Blade yet. What was it?
Was it Death?
Yeah, Death Records, which was bought out by Metal Blade, I think. Right?
Yeah, or it was a subsidiary or something. It's related to
so
Metal
something
Blade.
like that. It was tied to Metal Blade somehow.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my pick.
Yeah.
And let's go on
Good
to Stu for number 3.
My number 3, since I got shafted, is going to be Sometime by Starlight 13.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's classic.
This song, like, it's just like, how many times have you wanted to fucking knock someone out because they're not listening to you? Like,
Too many.
yeah, seriously, like that the first time I ever felt like that I could really remember like a song like really speaking to me was like when I first heard the song. And funny enough, actually the first time I heard it was on the Nardcore 7-inch, which I think was pretty much like, I mean, you guys love that song, but that was also the point from the liner notes in that 7-inch. That was like the point of doing that cover, I want to say, or it was from an interview or something I read. But Grab Me, dude. The song fucking rules. It's like, it just hauls so much ass, and then like the closed hi-hat by itself
Yeah.
really blends it. That's like the make or break part, and it fucking makes it. That makes the whole song for me. And I just think more closed hi-hat circle pits should be a thing.
Well, they use it as like a bridge. They use it as like a bridge, which is so brilliant. I mean, this is their like blasting song on that 12-inch. Like, you know, because in the demo, all the songs are kind of blast, and then on In Control, they do like pretty like thought out songs, and then this is just like a blasting energy. Like we're doing verse, chorus out. There's like zero fluff on this song, but they still put in like those little intricacies, right? Like, oh, we're gonna have everything cut out except just the drums before we go into the chorus with the riff, you know, and bring everything back in. So it's like that much more powerful. It's fucking so good. And like this song also, like, it's Ron's voice at its like best. Like when he's like doing the da 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 da, like he's just doing that Ron shit that you love, you know, like.
Yeah,
I just love Ron's voice all around.
Yeah, he's just right there, like dialed into that zone where it's like, oh my God, you know. I love this song.
Yeah, the end of the song where it's just like it ends on his voice, you know. Sometimes, like that's so cool, dude. I love that.
Yeah, it cuts out like a note early too, so it can be by itself.
It's fucking perfect. Have to say sometime.
Yeah, so fucking rad. Absolutely love it. It's great.
Great pick.
Yeah, and Joe, with your number 3.
My number 3 is Sleepwalking, Ill Repute.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was my second. That was my backup choice if I didn't get Book in his cover.
I mean, there's a couple other phenomenal Ill Repute songs, so it's like you can't go wrong. But since you took Book, I'm gonna go with my number 2, which is Sleepwalking. You know, it's that kind of song that I mean, it's a make believe story, but it's a story that carries out through the song and really through the next Sleepwalking 2 and Sleepwalking 3 as well, right?
Yeah.
But so I always thought that was super cool. You know, obviously that slow dirgy, you know, Carl's drumming, and you know, Tony and Jim come in on their, you know, doing those single note picks, you know, and then John's voice and like everything. It's a great song. And then it goes fast and then back to slow, and you know, it's like it's that really, for me, that's what grabbed me for this band originally. The fact that they did that kind of stuff, like, you know, with like Fuck With My Head and like that kind of stuff too. So yeah, that's my pick.
Yeah, Apex Pit song, you know, of slow to fast.
Yeah.
And then also like going with like the creepy notes on the slow part. Ding,
Oh,
yeah.
ding, 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 ding. So good. And yeah, Joe, I love that you brought up that there's Sleepwalking 2 and 3. Sleepwalking 3 is, I think, one of their most underrated songs. It's one of the...
Oh, yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah, I mean, like that and Burning off Transition are great fucking songs. So that album is pretty sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I just think Transition is just a overall underrated album.
Yeah, it has its moments like that, right? Like it gets written off as like a
Yeah.
crappy album, and that's not totally wrong because it's not that great of an album. But it's like it's one of those things like when Slayer in the 2010s or the 2000s like puts out a new album. It's like I don't need Slayer to write a masterpiece. Like if you give me like 2 great songs, I'm fucking stoked. Like
Then we're chilling. Yeah.
and it's like Repute at
sure.
that time has put out so much stuff because like the demos are so prolific. The first 7-inch, then an LP, and then all the stuff off like the live 7-inches. They're on like every single Mystic comp with like exclusive songs. Like they have a shit ton of material. You almost like I don't need them to, they can give me like good song number 45 and 46. I don't need like best song like 45 through 60. It's like just pepper me with some hits, man. And Transition does that. There's good shit on there. And Transition is actually available on Spotify. People can check it out. And I would say definitely check out the song Burnin'. It's like Tony singing and it's fucking beautiful. And then Sleepwalking 3 is just a rad song. So yeah, but nothing touches Sleepwalking 1.
Nothing.
It's perfect.
Oh no.
It's perfect. And I didn't only have 2 repeat songs on my list. I had 5 in case you guys got greedy.
More than the people in the pod.
Dude, it's no repute. Some people might pick 2 songs,
Right?
Hey, that's fucking true.
Who knows?
It happens.
Yeah.
But okay, let's shoot it back to Luke for your song number 4.
All right, my 4th song is "Better Way" by In Control, and I just really like that last part where Ryan says, "If he never makes a change, put the gun up to his head and let the bullet take him away." I feel like everybody, well, me at least, in my lifetime, I want to make a change for the better somehow. Whether it's protesting for what I believe is right or whatever, I just want to make a change for the better somehow in this world.
Yeah, it's like either make a change or you're gonna die. It's like
for sure, might as well
die
right?
for nothing. Yeah,
exactly.
And the I think that positive change can be spread out over lots of things. Like if you want to just live a pretty mundane life and have a couple kids, your change can can be raising kids to have a good outlook on life and live a good life, or it could be change the fucking world.
Yeah.
But I think that's the right attitude.
Yeah, I agree.
And I wrote that. So it's like,
oh yeah, hell yeah.
It was just like, if my purpose is not ever going to be felt, then fuck it. Like take me out, but like, I'm going to make a concerned effort that like, I will be heard. I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to make a dent in this world, no matter how small it is, So, that's a kind of grim. Like if I knew today that I would never make a change, I'll put a gun to my head and blow myself away or whatever. But it was meant in a positive way.
Take me away.
Yeah. Let the bullet take me away.
Yeah,
it was like,
sure.
It was like, that's pretty grim, but it was actually like, I was trying to be positive with it. So,
yeah, for real.
Yeah. Obviously, I won't argue with this pick. Go ahead. Go ahead, Stu.
All right, my pick, number 4.
Oh wait, did you get cut off?
No.
Oh no, I thought you were jumping in. I wasn't shooting it over to you.
No. Oh,
I gotta go
you're
before
next.
you. Yeah. I
So,
I thought you were trying to talk, so I was saying go ahead and talk.
I was going to ask you something, Zach. Yeah. Say.
Okay. The end of that song. Guitar, the clean guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, with the acoustic.
And then like that part where all I imagine in my head is someone throwing a TV. That's what I feel like throwing a TV would sound like.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I would say that acoustic part goes like 4 times too long, but it is like a nice transition. But again, like that stuff's weird in like the era of like CD then and then digital too. It's like, what do you do with that? Because like I don't know. Do you want to listen to it on the end of that song or the beginning of the next song, or do you make it its own track? Like, I don't know what you do.
Yeah.
That was always like one of those weird things, like along with intros. Like, what do we do with this? And that's why vinyl is always better. Just listen to the whole fucking thing. That's how it's like meant to be, you know?
Right.
So, what was-
fuck tracks.
yeah, fuck a track, dude. Listen to the record. Joe, what was your question?
I was going to ask you, you know, Luke made this, you know, adding it to his list because it means something to him, and he's taking what you know, what you wrote, what Ryan's singing, and associating it to today. How does that make you feel? That something you wrote that long ago affected a kid almost 20 years later, right?
Hey, Joe, this is my podcast. I ask the questions.
I know.
I'm just
That's what I'm asking you because we don't get to talk about your stuff all that much.
No, obviously, like,
Because you dodge your shit all the time, so that's
okay.
why I'm grilling you.
all right, you can put me on the spot. I will say this. Since like doing In Control back then, I've always taken the craft very seriously because I think of this. I used to have a chip on my shoulder, like back then, about, you know, people would like kind of look down on hardcore. I would see it like from Voice of Defiance and Stand Your Ground. Because you'd see like these people that are in bands, like alternative type bands or whatever, and they'd be confused. Like, how do these shitty like punk hardcore bands like draw all these kids at Laser Star, and my fucking alternative band that's playing like popular music doesn't draw shit, you know? And like, I took it seriously, and like I still do, is because it's my favorite music. It's my favorite music. Like, there is merit to this stuff. Just because you don't understand it, you don't get it, doesn't mean there's not merit to it. I do think punk and hardcore is some of the best music in the fucking world. When people take it seriously and they like work with the tools that are provided to them in this music, and you just push the boundaries a little bit to try to make it fresh. Like, we've said the same thing, you know, when we were saying really nice things about the Dead Heat song. Perfect fucking example. It's a band that came in, took their craft very seriously, you know, had a mission statement, came out, and are universally loved by like our scene, right? It's like these guys are coming out, they're paying respect to it, they're pushing the boundaries, and it's like everyone loves them. There's like no hate, you know? I think it's amazing. And so like that was the idea I took from the beginning, was to be very serious about stuff and try to write timeless stuff. Like, there's obviously, anytime you're writing stuff when you're young, there's stuff that you're gonna write and look at and cringe,
go,
right? Like, oh, I would have done that different, or I would have done this different.
Plenty.
Yeah, but like that, I mean, that song especially is like, it is a standout track, I think. You know, musically, and I mean, the riff is like whatever, but I was never really a riff writer. I was more of a songwriter, and I think that comes from connecting so much with Bad Religion when I was young. It was like,
Right. And butt rock.
Yeah, well, they're pretty riffy in butt rock. They got some noodlers there, but like Bad Religion is more like the verse is like the vehicle for the lyrics. And I was just never that good at guitar either. So yeah, I mean, like, of course, Joe, it feels really good. You would hope that's the mission, and we've, like, just how he said about making a difference and hoping, you know, hoping you make a difference. Like, yeah, you're hoping that the stuff you do is timeless because it meant something to you, and it's not just meaning something to you in the moment. Like, all that stuff still means a lot to me, and I think that that's like part of the reason why some people can like connect to me now and like, you know, kind of buy into the projects that I'm doing, is because they know I took it seriously then, took it seriously now. Like, I'm not making a joke out of this shit. You know, I really ride for it. I really do love it. You know, and I take my band seriously. You know, I love Retaliate.
Take your band seriously.
For sure.
Yeah, you know,
but
like,
don't take yourself seriously, you know?
No, you have to like, I mean, look, you got to be able to like take a joke, right? Obviously. You got to be able to bust on your friends. And it's like, that's one of the things, is like, my best friends are the people I can like joke with and make fun of because I love them. And so they can take the joke. Right. And the same thing is like, give it right back to me.
Right.
You know, but yeah, I don't know. Did that answer your question, Joe?
It does.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So I am up next with my number 4, and fuck, there's like 2 songs that I need on my shit, and I don't know if Stu's gonna be sneaky, so I'm gonna take Downpress or Shiver off the Age of Ignorance.
All right.
I love Downpresser. I think they're one of the best hardcore bands ever from the 805. And like we've talked before about like how like RKL may have been the most like talented Nardcore band ever, and they're from like Santa Barbara. And I love that like, you know, RKL and Downpresser obviously sound nothing alike, but I do just love the idea that like the band that's pushing the boundaries on like guitar work and like lyrical creativity and shit. It's like I like that link of thinking like Downpressor is like the modern RKL. You know, they just like they take it one step further and are that talented. And this stuff, the Age of Ignorance 7-inch, came out in 2009, and I just think it stand out. The music is insane. Like when it goes to the palm muting on the fast part, it's like, oh my god. When this came out, I listened to that part a million times because it's just fucking perfect. And this is like Dan at his like absolute prime of like writing shit that like other people can't get away with. Like he just has the swagger and some lyric writing, right? Like when he says like, you know, do you swear to tell the truth? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
whatever.
Yeah, and like sticks it into a song and just fucking nails it. It's like that personality is just oozing, and it's like he can do so much with like kind of the tongue in cheek, but like fucking smart and just
fucking ghetto nursery rhymes, dude.
Yeah, his wordplay is insane. He's one of the greatest lyricists in the history of this music. And it doesn't get talked about enough. You know, like people all say nice things about Downpresser, but I never hear him like dial in to like what makes him great. And
what actually makes him good.
Right. And they've always been blessed with great drummers, which, you know, is great. And the riffery and the songwriting and then Dan's lyrics. And, you know, they're writing a little more cohesive tracks now, and it's still fucking amazing. Like that LP they did last year is one of my favorite records of the year. But in their earlier iteration, their songwriting was so strange because they never like wrote verses and choruses. They went part. And I used to think like, man, that would be so hard to write to, you know, for Dan, because like sometimes you just write a hook or a catchy chorus or something, and it's like, oh my God, like I got gold here. You know, I get to hit it twice.
But no, he'll like show you the gold, like in a random line, like live like a beast, die like an animal. If you're gonna feast like a cannibal or some shit. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
And then he's off it, and it's like it makes it so much more brilliant. It's like hip hop, right? Bless you with like a line and a verse, and like you're out of there. You know, it's like it's not milking it. It's like I don't know. I have so much respect for the writing style. I love it. And that's not even touching that he's got one of the best voices. So yeah, absolutely love Downpresser. And again, could have chose a million fucking tracks. They've never done a clunker. Every single record is fucking amazing. But this is my favorite song. So I'm going Downpresser, Shiver, off the Age of Ignorance. That is my number 4 pick, and I will shoot it to Stu.
Well, let me just touch on that song real quick on how that's like probably, I mean, 360 Disease is probably my favorite track on that 7-inch, but that is like the underrated gem. And they didn't play that for a really long time. And I remember they just randomly played it at a Rock City show. And everyone from Oxnard was like so fucking stoked and just fucked it up. And I think that when they saw that reaction, they're like, sick, we're going to pull this one out a few more times. But, yeah, I love that song.
That rules. Yeah, that was
my number 4 though.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, I picked Dead Heat, Paid the Toll.
Oh yes,
Because they couldn't pick what Luke picked, which is cool. That's fine. This came off of their split with Mind Force in 2018, and I'd say this is a really good sing-along song, as well as Circle Pit's song, Mock's part, everything in there. Like, the song starts with like leeway tinged, twinkly, eerie guitar, and then straight into fucking slam, and it's just like time to mosh everything. And then Chris, excuse me.
That was, that description. Someone hire this man. Hire this man.
Scream, man.
Where are you at, Warner Brothers? Hire this man to do your fucking album write-ups. Like, I will buy 20. You know? Sorry, the scream.
Oh man.
That was so good though. That was so good though.
Like, shout out, dude. Like, I mean, this fucking song, like, it's just in the fastest circle pit ever is on this song. I don't know how John does it. I don't know how they could even riff to that, but and then they reel it all in at the end, and they play the beginning, and just time to pay the toll. And every time I go through a toll booth, I think of the song.
For real.
Dude, one time, it was the first time Ink Control was on tour, and I went up to Albany to see a friend, and like they hung out in the city, and then so I took the van, and I came to pick him up afterwards. Like right out of the city is I can't remember. It was like Elizabeth, New Jersey, and Newark, I think, and I can't remember where I was picking him up, but it was somewhere right over into New Jersey, and I kept missing the fucking exit. Like, for whatever, it was like really confusing, and so I'd have to go and turn around, and every time I missed it, I'd have to pay the toll again. And I missed this exit. Like, literally, I missed it 3 times. And by the 3rd time I fucking had to pay that toll, I was like fucking raging, dude. I was like,
dude, you didn't even write a song about that. You should have wrote a song about it.
I was fully like the fucking principal on Beavis and Butthead, dude. I was like exploding, dude. It was so bad. But that's a shitty toll shit. But yeah, this song rips, dude. This is good toll shit. You know?
Yeah.
This is the only good toll shit, because tolls always suck. But I would definitely pay the toll to see Dead Heat.
Dude, I will pay that toll anytime Dead Heat is playing. You know? And then my body's got to pay the toll in the pit.
Every time, dude.
Get shot with fireworks.
Yeah.
Oh, for real. That's crazy.
Nah, the last time they played, I was hiding like a foo behind the amp. I don't want none of that, dude. I don't want none of that. But yeah, man, killer pick from a killer band. And let's go to episode 1 for his number 4 pick.
Yeah, I just wanted to say something about your pick, Zach. Santa Barbara. You know, I was just thinking about that those, because of RKL and then the Lagwagon guys, and you know, that the guitar proficiency was like a big deal to a lot of those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
You know, because you look at Capra and those and the other guys that he's jammed with, like they're all phenomenal guitarists.
Well,
so,
yeah. Like,
it just pointed. Not to say that we have slouches down here too, but it's like an important piece of the craft to them. Where to us it was like, yeah, whatever. You know, because I could never do that stuff.
Right. I never even tried. And Capra is a great example. I mean, because he's shredded in like multiple styles. You know, from like kind of like the more like evolution-y stuff.
Right.
And then like and then like Holier Than Thou, like the straight like crossover craziness, and then now currently in like Railer and previously Blasting Concept doing like that style. Yeah. It's like whatever he's in, like you're right. It's just guitar. Great point, Joe. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
It just occurred to me as Stu was talking about Dead Heat, another set of incredible guitarists as well too. So you know, but they're not from Santa Barbara, but. You know, it's different. You know what I'm trying to say.
Well, it might be that like people are like, fuck, we got to step it up, you know?
Yeah.
Got to step it up.
All right. I'm just going to take this off the board and go with Dog 13 Condition.
Yeah. Someone had to take it.
It's a good pick, dude.
Great song.
Hell yeah.
You guys already, I think all of you got your Dog 13 songs already. So, yeah. So that's it for me on that. I love that song. I love that bass intro. John Morris. That bass is just fucking great. As we talked about how great that recording is, like everything about it's just beautiful. It's got that, one of the earlier songs that do that where the drumming keeps going, but the music stops except the drums, and then Ron singing over the top of that, and they come in, that stop break stuff that they did.
Yeah.
That was super cool. I hadn't really heard that in much other music, and until listening to that. And then there's hundreds of bands that do that now too, but not necessarily that they're pioneers, but it was one of the first that I heard. And the lyrics are fantastic. So that's my pick.
Yeah, and timeless lyrics, and you're right. Like we talked about the cutout on Sometime, and here they're doing it on the chorus. So it's like we're writing a chorus and we're doing like the dun 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 big edition by ignorance. Like, so the singing and drumming keeps going. The guitar's just hitting notes, but still like, dun dun. It's so good. And you're right, that bass intro, it's like, what a fucking perfect way to start out.
It always threw me off. I was like, this is like real songwriting.
Yeah. And it's like, then after the bass goes, just have the guitar go by itself. Right,
just one guitar.
And just how they all come in together and it's just blazing, and you're like, oh, there it is. Like there's certain great albums that
there's the truth.
Yeah, they're able to like set the sound like once everything comes in, and it's like, Uniform Choice Screaming for Change is like that. Yeah. Like once it comes in, it's blazing, and this is another perfect example. It's just like, wow, I fucking love this. Like, give me more, So, yeah. Love the pick, Joe.
And Casillas' guitar solo is just beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his soloing is next level. And we should shout out to the current iteration of the band as well. The Ben dude like rages too.
Yeah.
So
Ben Halen.
How about that?
Also in Railer.
That's right. Yeah. So the Capra and Ben Halen dual attack. You can't fuck with that. Okay.
He's playing bass in that band too, but still. Anyway.
Oh, my bad. Well, hey, we fucked that up a lot.
No, that's okay.
Well, we were talking on another pod about Vic playing guitar in Beyond, and he was the bass player. We fuck up all the time. Like on
okay.
on the Build a Band, I think I called Matt Henderson's first band Blind Justice, and it was Blind Approach. Yeah.
You got a blind in there.
It's like, you're gonna fuck up, That's the funniest thing about anytime like someone comes on the pod the first time, like inevitably they text me afterwards and they're like, "Hey, I said this wrong. Can we like edit it?" I'm like, "Nope." Like you gotta take your lumps, dude. Like we're gonna get stuff wrong. That's what happens. But let's shoot it back to Luke, number 5 pick.
All right, so my 4th pick is Destructive Progress by 3 Day Holocaust from the Bread to Slaughter album.
Oh, yeah, sick.
Yeah,
5th pick, though, right?
I like all of 3 Day Holocaust, just how deep it is, how many like layers, all of that. The drumming, it is incredible.
Yeah, 5th pick though, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, all good. Go ahead. Let's go on with this 3 Day Holocaust, featuring friend of the pod, Andrew Hester.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go into what makes this song special and stand out, because all that 3 Day Holocaust shit rages. I love this LP.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just the guitar. There's a solo, and then behind that there's there's so much depth, and the drums is just so incredible. Like he's like a robot. It's crazy.
Adams is the craziest drummer.
Yeah,
he's the best drummer in 805.
He's gnarly.
Adam's the drummer's name?
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's insane. He's so good. So good.
Duke.
Hey.
Yeah,
and Fly Swatter too, right? Same.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he was in a band prior to these two bands called Global Crime Syndicate, and they've been fucking rage too.
Oh, I have that 7-inch.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I think Andrew gave it to me back in the day. Yeah, if you want to see how good this guy is, there's a clip on the 185 miles on the Instagram, right? He's the zoom in when he's doing that do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
he's doing it as good as Smelly. And hey, until Smelly comes on the pod, I'm saying he's doing it better than Smelly. So,
Right?
Hey.
Yeah.
you know,
Shout out Smelly.
Shout out Smelly.
Where you at?
Shout out to Noodles.
Damn it.
But yeah,
we couldn't get through.
we need Smelly to come on the pod and be like, here's why I do it better. Here's why I do it cleaner. The invite is out there. I want Smelly on the pod badly. But this dude rages. And 3 Day Holocaust is the fucking
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Great band.
Yeah.
Great band. Shit.
Yeah, they got a lot of power. They got a lot of it's like a throwback, but done modernly.
I could totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I could totally agree with that.
Like-
It's like Profane Existence, but new.
Yeah. And they're not afraid to yeah, that's what I was going to get at. They're not afraid to throw in those licks that I don't know necessarily their song because I can't think of this one off the top of my head, but you know, they add a little bit of flavor to what they do that sets them aside from that old school, you know. But it
And
still has
Rapper's vocals
yeah. Oh yeah.
too are just they're great.
I will say their song on the Nardcore for Life comp is one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so everyone check that out. That shit comes out like in a week from now. It comes out on September 4th.
Away.
I can't wait.
I know. I can't wait for everyone to hear it. You know, like the buildup has been absolutely ridiculous. But September 4th, the day is almost upon us. So
This week is gonna feel like 2 or 3 months. It's gonna feel like that.
I know. We're gonna have to have a Zoom party. So
Yeah.
you know, 60 Nard
we
dudes all on
zooming.
Zoom, drinking Colt 45.
Oh, that'll be obnoxious as fuck.
We'll see.
Just
okay.
like the recording day, which is fucking mayhem.
Yeah. Okay, my number
Your pick.
5 pick. I am going Annihilation Time, about to snap off Tales of an Ancient Age. And so this is the 3rd Annihilation Time LP. And I think this song is fucking perfect. They like, you know, the first record with Fred is very blasty, and then they go into like Blast, like the band, that style. And then they go into more of like a mid-tempo punk with like lots of 70s rock influence in the second and third record. But this song fucking has it all. Like, just like the riff, the you know, it's like it could have been a Thin Lizzy riff. You know, it's fucking so catchy and good. The scene is good. The fucking chorus is super like catchy, easy to relate to. About I'm about to snap. You know, what's up? Some of his best shit. And then like what makes this song so great, it's like you know, other than Iron Maiden and maybe Tom Waits, it's like the only song over 4 minutes that I like. And it's like the song could be over at like 2:30, and normally you'd be like, okay, wrap it up, boys. But like they just keep going, and it's like full instrumental, like the rest of the song. And they're just like milking that riff, and I just want to hear it all day long. That ding 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 ding, and then they go to this fucking Maiden ass riff. It's like ding 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 ding. And if you're like And so they're doing that riff, and Chris is like playing like this other shit behind, and you hear everything so perfectly, like the guitar, the bass, all the shit. And you're like, oh, that kind of sounds like Maiden. That's fucking sick. And then they're like, you're goddamn right, it sounds like Maiden. And they do that fucking octave shit where it's like two guitars going on like the different notes. It's like, you're like, oh my God, dude, what the fuck? And then so like, and they milk it like perfectly like Maiden, like from the riff to like the other riff. And then like Graham just like goes into this face melting fucking solo, you know? And it's like, so it's like you have the best of this fucking band, like all coming together on this song, you know? And then after the solo, like going back to the fucking riff again, you know, it's like, and it's like the riff is so good that after like this whole like build, you know, from riff to Maiden riff to solo, it's like when it comes back to that riff, like, you know how you get sometimes like that comfort feeling, like you're like, oh, we back to this now, and I like it, you know? It's so fucking sick. I just think that like this band is great. They get appreciated a lot now. But to narrow it down to a song, I think this is the one because everybody shines. You know, you hear like Chris play perfectly. You hear Graham doing his shredding plus showing off like he just knows how to like write riffs that aren't like wanky. They're just good. You know, the drumming is totally drivey. I think it's Noel at this time. I see either Tony. No, it's Tony. I think it's still Tony, right? Anyway, the drumming is good. I can't remember if it's Noel or Tony. And then Jimmy writing fucking catchy shit. I just think the song rules, and it belongs on my top 7, my top Super 7. Anyone else have some on this band?
I need to hear this shit because I have not.
Okay.
So.
Tales of the Ancient Age. And I think that some people consider the second album their classic. I think that sonically, it's not as good as this. I think the third record is like where they just pulled it all together perfectly. And yeah, you should check it out. I believe it's all on Spotify. But you should also get the record. So this is classic enough that you want to have it in your collection. Really the whole catalog. And then on to Lecherous Gaze as well, which is also fucking awesome.
Well, love that band.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Let's take it to Stu for your number 5.
My number 5 is going to be No Motive, Give Me Strength.
Ooh.
Yeah.
From
mine too.
Fuck yeah. From that guy from Healing. It's such a heartwarming song. It's just like, it's such a pump up song with all the feels. It's like, this song literally gives me strength to paddle out because the first time I heard it was on Transworld Surf for PlayStation 2.
Oh yeah.
And that was like 2001. And goddamn, like, because I think No Motive, they really did a good job at kind of bridging the punk rock into like catchy pop music, like pop rock music. Like they did such a good job at that.
Oh, kind of shit, yeah, for sure.
And when I was a kid, like it just brought it all together for me. And I was like, this is the fucking shit. So I remember renting that game a lot just to hear that song. And yeah, fucking love this song. Like, I don't know. It's my pick. That's all I got.
I like this song too. It's good. I like their whole catalog.
Oh yeah.
And I'm glad No Motive's on there.
Yeah. The song is let's see, it's on the second record, right?
Yeah.
Diagram.
Yeah.
Second Vagrant record.
Second Vagrant.
Yeah, second. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's a great song. You know, Jeremy's vocals are just fucking so solid on it. Like this is, you know, people had issues with his voice when he was trying to do some of the hardcore stuff that they did early on. I always appreciated it. I always thought it was cool, but maybe his voice fits this stuff better. You know,
I agree.
But yeah, and you know, I don't know. This might be Roger's song too. If I trying to remember. But yeah, it's good stuff.
I like the song "Savior" off this record the most. Like it starts
good
out
song.
so gnarly. There's
like no structure to that song, but it's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. There's no chorus, right? It's just like it's verse, bridge, back to intro. Sick. I love it. Yeah, this is great. I think Jeremy's voice is always great, but it's the best on like that the third Vagrant record, like on the Darkness Would Be Away.
Oh yeah.
Because that's like undeniable. That's like legitimate good radio song. Like a band put like I don't know an example because I like that Strokes band. Who was that band that did that When We Were Young song? That was like a Strokes era type band. Do you remember? I don't know. Whatever.
I remember there was a lot of bands around that time that were like the Strokes, the Hives.
No, I'm just saying like, okay, so let's use Adele as an example. It's just like when, there's like some popular artists that you don't know or follow and they actually have a good song, and it's like, oh shit. Like this is like that No Motive song is like on that level. Like if it came across the radio, if that song came across the radio, it'd be like, well, that's a good fucking song. Like, what is this? I was saying it was on that level, but yeah. Love the pick. Glad they got in. And let's go to Joe for your number 5.
Number 5. Shit. Okay. Well, it's a toss up between two songs, and they're back to back on the record. But I'm gonna go Retaliate, Nardway.
Fuck.
God damn it! That was my pick.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I'll go with my other pick.
No, take it.
No, you can't take it back.
Take it, because I was really gonna take it. So you should steal it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good.
It's my number 7. Okay, appreciate it. What was the other one though?
Times Have Changed.
Oh, word.
I love that song. You know what? You guys can fight over that song. I'm taking Times Have Changed. Fuck it, I'm changing it.
Good. All right.
I love the way. I mean, you took that Biggie thing and you
dude, so good.
Like readjusted it to Nard representation. It was all a dream. Used to sit around reading it to live fanzine. Like that is fucking awesome, dude. That was such a fucking stroke of genius on your part.
Well, I'm glad I changed it because originally I used to read Hardware fanzine. And then
it's better.
And then I was like, yeah, I should point to the Nard. But it's
Nardway for sure.
I mean, you could get away with Hardware too, I guess, but still.
No, then the It's Alive is better. But Fred transitioned from like a zine that had interviews to like a full photo zine at the end. So then like I didn't like, and honestly, that's kind of why I leaned into it also, is because like kind of how I talk about Dan leaning like the smart way on the lyrics, like the Retaliate stuff. Sometimes like I ironically lean like into the moronic caveman, and I kind of thought it was funny. Like I read pictures, like for all the people that like only knew like the last few It's Alives, like didn't know that there was like interviews and shit. It's like
the scene report.
It's like, whoa, this guy's a fucking moron. Like all he reads is like photo books.
Dude, that's fucking genius.
Yeah.
I read the captions of the photos.
Exactly.
Yeah. Standard ground on the marquee.
But who?
I think we lost you for a second, Joe. What would you ask?
Who wrote the music for this?
I believe it was Andy Brady, because he said that he ripped off the chorus from Led Zeppelin. I don't know what song.
Dude,
that's so tight.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, whatever it is, dude, it's pretty dope, dude. Like I love that. I love that chorus. I love the way that you do the way that you throw in the gangs at certain spots. I don't know. It's just really clever. So I'm going with that one.
I appreciate it.
The Nard way.
I appreciate it. Some of my favorite lyrics for sure.
And it makes me feel good inside listening to that. Well, that whole record, but that song in particular, those two songs back to back, especially.
Oh yeah.
Because they're both about the Nard in one way or another. So that's that. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate
happy.
that. Makes me happy too. I love that song. And still in our set list. So until the new record comes out, we only play it. But
No, not gonna happen.
but okay, let's take it back to Luke for your number 6.
All right, my number 6 is Our Savior by False Confession. I really like how.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I had it too.
Just the intro, how it starts off slow, and then it builds up, and then it explodes. Makes you just want to hop in the pit. Yeah. It's great.
This
False
7 inches,
Confession, probably one of my favorite band.
yeah, this 7 inch is so
I
good.
really like all this shit.
Everything about it, like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, very similar to like the Plug In Jesus style, but it's its own thing as well. The vocals are great, the music's great. This is one of the best Mystic recordings there is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, probably the best music recording because all the other ones not very good.
And nobody outside of the Nard really hears it, knows this record.
Yeah,
it's a shame.
Unfortunate. Yeah,
it's so good, and I love the art on it. Just again, everything about it is great. And it's kind of interesting. I think that the more rare version is the black vinyl version. Like it's a little easier to find on pink.
now the one they sell just has a bad Mystic sign on it.
Yeah.
The 12 inches or so with that song, it's just a fat Mystic sign. Not even any. It just says False Confession and then the Mystic logo. That's the whole cover. Kind of unfortunate.
Huh. Yeah. And then
I don't know what that is.
I'm pretty sure they have that one at Salzer's. And then, yeah.
Huh. It's another one where like, what's the Dr. No rec? Is it on Plug In Jesus when like Ismael's like wearing the serape?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I love that band picture. It's like these guys look cool as fuck. And like it's the same thing on the back of like the False Confession. It's just like, you know,
right.
You gotta they're kind of like they're all in black and shit, and like, you know, Israel's got like charged up hair and a fucking jacket, you know, and there's another dude like wearing like it's like a cut up like black shirt over a white shirt. It's like these guys just look fucking cool, you know? Like, you know, that's something that we like try to we don't talk about too much. Although, you know, Daniel on the pod does a great job of discussing how much he likes like album art and so forth. But and also like, oh, that guy looks cool as fuck. But I think that's okay to say, like, you know, because we're not super into image and shit. But it's like sometimes shit just looks fucking cool, and these guys look cool on the back. Yeah. You know, it's like, I don't know, it's rad. It's kind of cool they do the photo because like they're kind of dipping into some of that darker shit. Like this is straight raging hardcore, but you can tell it's like tinged with like a little bit of the death rock stuff. And I like that they like actually show a photo of them on the back because it's like, okay, cool, because they're also like not trying to be like creepy guys. Like, ooh, you don't know what we look like, you know, because we're creepy and we're in the dark all the time. You know, it's like, no, what's up? This is who we are. You know. So I don't know. I love this pick. I love this 7 inch. This is one of my favorite 7 inches of all time.
Fred's guitar playing is fucking top notch on this.
Oh yeah,
and that like Luke was saying, that intro, so good, dude.
Yeah,
so good.
Yeah, I love the one song that has like that bridge on us all. Left behind myself in you, left behind myself in you, and then just like fucking rages right after. I think it's Just As I Am, but I'm so bad. Yeah. I'm so bad at song titles. But yeah, love the pick, and fuck down to my number 6, right? Number 6.
Number 6.
Okay. I gotta take an aggression song And I think this is so hard because I think my favorite song is Insomnia, but I see two tentpole songs out there still. And so I'm going to choose between Locals Only and SATC. And I am going to choose. I'm taking SATC. I love it. I love them all. I love this whole fucking record. How do you like nail it down,
hard,
you know?
dude.
But yeah, Slammer the Club, Aggression, off Don't Be Mistaken. So rad. Like, basically just saying, like, you know, there's chaos inside here, but this is like our shit. You know, like
Controlled chaos.
Yeah.
For the most part.
yeah, and it's like, you know, let's come and get wild here. Like, don't fuck around outside because like the outside world doesn't understand us. You know, so like don't be fucking throwing bottles and shit outside. If you got something to let it loose in here. You know? I love that idea. It's like it's such like a great way of talking about like this thing is ours, you know, and like everyone's invited. They're saying like, come on, dude, let's do this shit. You got something to get out? Take it out in the pit, you know, like it's not like an unwelcoming song. It's not an unwelcoming song, but I do love that, like the idea of like, this is ours. Like punk and hardcore is ours, you know, and not ours. Like, you know, these few of us, it's like ours, like everyone included. You know, this is ours. Yeah. So that's going a little deeper in it. And, yeah, love the song. It's just a fucking rager. Yeah, that's my
So groovy.
That's my number 6. Let's take it to Stu, number 6.
All right, this is the deepest cut. I think Retaliate got the picks, so I'm going with Burning Dog, Ripped and Torn, off of Last Days.
Ooh.
You've been talking to Ryan?
No, dude, I wanted to go deep, dude, because this song is fucking rad, dude. Like, it's complicated songwriting. There's a bunch of parts on this thing. And then the double bass breakdown that comes in multiple times is so heavy, dude. Just and then you guys end it with like that like funky blues like breakdown. Yeah, dude. It's so catchy. I fucking love this song.
Stu loves it so much because it could have been on Rock and Roll Nightmare.
Oh yeah, dude. Totally.
It totally would have fit, dude.
No, it's not true. Without heavy as shit.
Yeah,
John's gonna be stoked you picked this song. So
he wrote this song, right?
Yeah. It's all John. Sick. That outro piece, like it was from it's not Cameo. A body rocking the boots. You know that song? That I can't even think of who that is. It's some like 80s top 40 not soul but like Prince, like kind of funk era stuff, and John just learned that riff and then we started fucking playing it. So that's actually what that is.
It's called
we almost covered Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls because John figured that out. Like, yeah, that almost became a Burning Dog song too.
Another good song. But the one you chose, it was called Knockin' Boots. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find the name of that song.
I hope it is called Knockin' Boots.
My body's rocking, knocking the boots.
That rules.
Yeah. That's fucking rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pick up Last Days if you haven't on CD from your local thrift store, because that's where I found mine.
Well, it's on our Spotify. I'm in the process of getting all this stuff, and maybe by the time the pod comes out, it'll all be up on Spotify.
Okay, so look for Burning Dog on Spotify, but also it's on the SoundCloud
It's on
for sure. Right?
SoundCloud. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I meant to say at first. It's all on SoundCloud right now, but it'll be on Spotify here shortly. I'm in the process of doing all that now.
Okay, but can they just search "Burning Dog" on SoundCloud and find it?
I think it's Burning Dog with an exclamation point at the end.
Oh, yeah. You gotta yell.
Somebody else jacked me.
What? Oh, there's a Japanese band called Burning Dog, right?
No, they're from like Malaysia or something.
Oh, a Malaysian band. Okay.
Yeah.
There's just so many good. Yeah, well, there's a lot of good bands out of Malaysia too. But no, it's popping, dude. But yeah, I was thinking that like, I thought they were like a Japanese like D-beat band.
They're like a grind band, but like Malaysia does have like one of the biggest, best hardcore scenes in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. The song, it's John singing the main riffs, and then I'm the one doing the screaming. But this was Ryan's favorite song. Like he Ryan Fredette, like, you guys got to play the song. You guys got to play it. We never played it, And then the one time we did play it, he didn't come to that show.
That's what you get for not delivering all those times for him. I thought it's.
We do play it. I mean, the last couple times that we've played, the few reunions we've done the past 10 years or so, 2 or 3. Like we end Shoes with that outro that you're talking about, Stu. Like we play Shoes and then we exit with that part.
That's right.
Yeah. So anyway,
I thought his favorite song was "Morning Missile" because he would always say it's so relatable.
I mean, I'm young.
All right.
He loved it.
Let's take it to Joe for number 6.
Okay. Number 6. Yeah, so I'm going to go Repeater 800, Quality of Life.
Ooh, all right. Nice. Okay. Dude, you got Reflections and Quality of Life? I mean,
you would. Reflections of a year gone by.
Right? Yeah, because I stole that shit.
Yeah, it's I mean, those are the 2 best '90s Nardcore songs. I mean, maybe add like "Control Your Life" on there as the 3 tent poles, and "Cockboy" and shoes. Yeah, and there you sit in your sideways life. Got 3 kids and a lovely wife. Never in life do you see this wrong. What will you do is your mom. Mom's out there living on the street, living in a box with a cold feet. What you did was so damn wrong. Simply not to love your mom. Mumbles, in the street. Mumbles. Does he get me? Mumbles. Mumbles. All she knew was love. So she doesn't match the decor of your house. Now she lives in a trash can.
The whole fucking
kind
song,
of like
dude.
a mouse. Hey, we're talking 90s classics Nardcore. I'm not gonna stop now, dude.
Yeah, don't stop, dude. Keep going.
So Repeater 800.
Yes, Repeater 800 Quality of Life.
We talked much love about the song already on the pod, on the both of the Reflections pods.
Yep.
And because the song is on that Reflections comp as well, so a little bit more advertisement for that. I gotta say that Martin's bass playing on this, and just everything is just great. Luke, are you familiar with the song Repeater 800?
I'm not. No.
Okay, I'm gonna hook you up once the pod's over.
Sure.
So you can be versed in the greatness that was this band. But yeah, it's good. We don't really got to talk about it much because we've talked about it a lot.
Yeah, so
I'm curious. Like, how long was this band actually around?
I'm gonna say a year.
I mean, at least 3 months. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a year after they fell apart from SYG and became Repeater 800, dropping Fred and gaining Eddie. And I'm gonna say it was about a year, maybe even 18 months or something like that. I don't know.
I think I only saw him once. But I don't know how many shows they played. This song is on the demo, but it's also for the people that like stuff on Discogs. It's on. There's a split 7-inch repeater 800 with missing 23rd, and the song's available on there. But then also, yeah, like Joe was saying, it's on Stu's Reflections comp. And if you just look at the 185 Miles South social media accounts, you can get all the information you need on that comp. It's a cassette comp, and then also, Stu, do you know how you're going to have it digital?
I'm probably going to have it digitized or Spotifyized with FTK Records.
Okay.
The label that it's coming out on.
Yeah, so it should be on Spotify as well. But yeah, handle that. Perfect song, Joe, and I love this on your list. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to like play it for the people because I don't think it's on Spotify, right? But
no,
we'll figure out.
There's SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
I think it's the version on SoundCloud.
Okay, then we can probably.
It's all the same version. It's just a different mix of it. But I'll track that down and make sure that I send links out to you guys so that you can push it.
Okay, cool. All right, very good.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Luke, the big number 7, final pick.
All right, my number 7 probably Give Me Some Reality by In Control. That's probably one of my songs all time. Just the way it starts off, kind of slower, and then it speeds up, and then just kicks in. I love it.
What's the intro for that? Like, what was the process behind writing the song, Zach?
Yeah, if you love that song, you're gonna love a song called "New York Crew" by Judge. No, I mean, I don't know. That intro's been done like that. It was not too original, but it was, I don't know, me trying to write an interesting song. And like we were on the very front end when like hardcore was like switching from like kind of positive to negative, and we never went full way negative, but like it was just like this posy stuff is like it's a little silly when like I want to know things you're positive about. I want to like hear about like positive changes you're trying to make, not just like staying positive. Like I don't know, like I don't know. There was some like real third rate straight edge hardcore going on around the time. Like it was time for a change. And I don't know.
Some negativity.
Well, it was like I wasn't 100% on board with like the way that a lot of the 2000s went when like lyrics kind of stopped mattering and everything just turned into like fuck you, fuck this, fuck everything. Like
yeah.
I thought that was like a little too much of a regression. But yeah, this was just like, you know, give me some reality.
Shout out Vendetta.
Give me some reality. Yeah, shout out Verity, what up? You think I give a fuck about what you do?
Ever. Fuck you.
That is like one of the best intro lyrics. You think I give a shit about what you do? Fuck you. So good.
So good, dude.
Yeah. But no, it's like if you're singing about your own life experiences, then no one can ever take that away from you, right? It's like, give me some reality, dude. Like, if you put yourself out there, then no one can say, like, oh, that's a dumb way to look at it. It's like, how? This is me. This is my truth. You know?
Exactly.
And so it's like, if you just, and, you know, take the time to open yourself up and you know, what, Stu?
There was like this dumb rumor going around that you guys wrote that song, like, in opposition to Die Hard Youth.
No, Die Hard Youth was like our best friends.
I know, but it was like they were all positive, and you were like, "We're not positive. Fuck you."
No, not at all. Stupid. But that's funny because like, Die Hard Youth, like I know that their first CD was like on a Christian label, and like they definitely tried to not like have bad words in their songs. And it's funny.
Is that the one when someone's like, sorry, keep going.
No, it's just when like Andy brought in Ryan for a guest spot, and it was like kind of like he's like singing on the breakdown, and he like got like 3 cuss words into like this one part. He's like, "Motherfucker, who the fuck are you to say any shit about me, man?" or something. And it's like, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Before you wreck
It's like,
yourself.
it's like they made such a good effort to not have any bad words on the whole record, and Ryan drops 3 in like 8 seconds. It's like, oops.
That's great.
Yeah. But
My
no,
bad.
we would never say anything bad about Die Hard Youth. We love those guys to a man, and Dave Hard like saved our ass in '02 by like going on a 5-week tour with us with like a week notice. So
Right.
yeah, those guys are like our all stars.
Yeah, still champions.
Yeah. I just saw Andy a while back. It's great to see him again, and like his I don't know. I think is his oldest son or his oldest child is like into hardcore, which is really fun.
Heavy, yeah.
Yeah.
So cool. Really nice kid too. So yeah, cool pick. Love it. I put it out on record. Camel Clutch. I do like the breakdowny bridge part on this song when I'm like,
Oh, dude.
Right before that stomp, like the
Oh yeah, before that, like the 25 to life ass, like
no,
I get like 25 to life, dude. That's what I think. So like, it's so tight.
I was thinking like more like outspokeny, but okay. I guess like outspoken through my Neanderthal brain comes out like sounding like 25 to life. It kind of sucks.
That totally makes sense, dude.
I'm like,
Brilliant.
I'm like trying to write a thoughtful riff and shit, and it comes out. Yeah. But hey, what are you gonna do? Okay, song number 7. It's between Nardway, classic American hardcore song, and
Best band in the world.
from the greatest band on earth, Retaliate. But I'm gonna blow smoke up a different one of my assholes, and choose In Control 2 Towers.
Multiple assholes.
Yeah. I love the song, and it's us writing like a nice song. So it summed up a lot, and it was like it was one of the good boundaries that I think we pushed in like kind of like doing like a melodic type song or a singy song. I would not say it's like, I don't know. It's just it's our pussy song. What are you gonna do?
This is singing anthem, dude. It's a fucking anthem. And
yeah, it's anthemy,
like
I guess.
The like blitz kind of like, it's very like, it has a lot of oi flavor to it. So we're like the growing up part. Like,
yeah,
I love that part so much.
Yeah, it was a weird song to write. And it was like, it was a weird, like, personal song too, to like, because I wrote all the lyrics in Control, and it was like, so there's always like, it's weird writing stuff and having someone else be like your vehicle, and Ryan was the best. Like there's, I could never have asked for anyone better, I mean, I chose him because like he was a perfect like frontman, before he could sing or be a frontman. It was just like, he's a guy that I know loves this music. He's a great person to his bone. And like when we go to shows, dude's always moshing, stage diving, everything, right? And so it was like, it might take like a year or two, but eventually this guy's going to be like a great frontman. And he like exceeded my expectations. It was perfect.
One of the best.
Yeah, but it is hard like writing lyric. Like it's okay to write like good hardcore lyrics, right? Like plenty of the songs that we wrote, but like to do like these more personal, like kind of depressy songs is like kind of hard to write and then have someone else sing.
Yeah, because Ryan did not have the same experience as you.
Yeah, it was, but yeah. Anyway, this is my number 7. In Control 2 Towers. Yeah. And that's all.
Love it.
So,
Great pick, dude. Great song.
Stu, let's go with you.
My number 7, I'm going with Downpressor. This is a twofer. I'm going Intro into Dirt Cheap.
Yes, off the split, yeah?
Off the split with Creatures.
Yes.
This is like the heaviest intro of the last 20 years. Every time this fucking song plays, it's terrifying, and I like want to mosh. I'm just like, man, should I get in there and like get fucking destroyed? I don't know, but I need to like. And then it goes into like the perfect hardcore song. You have your fast part, your 2-step, your breakdown, and just Dan shines. Sean, his riffing is like all the good riffs are in this fucking song, and it's just a blast to play or to see them play. Like, fucking banger, dude.
It's the best intro since Rise and Fall. Let's just say it.
Yeah, I could say that.
You know, it's like there's leeway, and then there's this. You know, and now someone else.
No middle ground.
Yep, that's it. You jumped straight from leeway to Downpressor off the Creature split.
30 years.
But yeah, I love the pick. It's great. Yeah, I wish that they like. I kind of wish that they would have. You know, you don't really hope that bands re-record shit because a lot of times when they do, it's like it never captures it. But man, I kind of wish this was like on another record too.
They did re-record it?
They did.
It's a secret track on the first LP.
Oh, or is it on the vinyl? Is it only on the CD?
Don't think so. I'm doing some research real quick.
Okay. Yeah, if it's on the vinyl, that's wild. But okay.
Yeah, beyond recognition. It's at the end of Beyond Recognition, and I want to say it's probably just on the CD. I don't know, but
I'm gonna find out.
They do re-record it. Yeah,
I'm gonna find out tonight. Dude. But yeah, love this pick. So good, so good. And Downpressor, one of the greatest bands ever to come out of the 805. If you guys haven't listened to them, you got to. All their shit's available.
It's fucking up so hard.
Yeah, it's all available on Spotify, so there's no excuse. What were you gonna say, Joe?
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, they're a great band.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You guys recently turned me on.
Yeah.
So I have been playing them in the background while I'm here at work, sitting at home. So driving my wife nuts with hardcore. It's great.
Even she knows that you can't deny Downpressor though. She poke her head in and be like, she pokes her head in and is like, damn, Joe, that's pretty good. What is that?
Oh, that's just zero.
Well, that's Downpressor. Yep.
Starts moshing.
Yeah, man. All right, Joe, number 7. Let's wrap this up.
Number 7, last pick. Okay, so that Nardcore for Life comp is coming out just like next week, something, right? So
September 4th.
I'm picking a song off of it, and I don't even care that you guys can't hear it yet until next week. But I'm picking Omega Point, the game.
Wow.
Yeah,
dude, that song is so fucking dope. It's so fucking good. Dude, you guys, I've told you this before, but you guys fucking knocked it out of the park. It's my favorite song on the comp.
Thanks, Joe. That's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
I think it's the best song we ever wrote. Like, we moved from one practice space to the other, deep, right by Winsburgers and the Nard. Like, you can't get any deeper. We're like right by the Flamingo Hotel. And like, we just fucking brought that thing together so fast and just in time for the comp too. So like, we were just pretty stoked on how it all came out, and it just was a really natural writing process. So I don't know, it's fun to write, fun to listen to. Love that shit.
Yeah, the way that you guys did it, the bass thing, and like his vocals, and like everything is just so, I was stoked to be able to sit there while you guys recorded it too. So I might have a slight bias to liking the song because I got to watch you guys track it. But regardless, it's fucking rules.
Well, there's nothing wrong with like having a bias like that because some of the best music reminds us of life events, right? So
Yeah,
a lot of times someone has a song that reminds them of their partner, or songs can remind you of lots of things, So I think that's actually a good thing, and if that's that, you've talked about that day as being such a fun time and a good memory. I think that's amazing. If every time you listen to that song, maybe 20 years from now, if it brings you back to that moment, it shows like how special the song is and how special the moment was.
Yeah, for sure. When I got Jello fucking, streaming down my face because I'm in an old people's home listening to hardcore still. Fuck yeah.
They're like that episode 1 guy is crazy.
Yeah, dude. He's walking around just like, I'm episode 1.
Yeah, no. And they're all, does anyone know why he's named episode 1? What's his real name? Something
his last
fishy
name
about
is
that
the
guy.
Legend.
Yeah, and I've heard other people call him the Legend. I think he's killed people. Yeah, who knows? That's something to look forward to, though. But yeah, and everyone, you can go and listen to the deep dive that we did on the Nardcore for Life compilation. It came out back on July 1st, so we dive into all the songs from that comp. So a month or so ago on July 1st, check that out. It's in the archives. We dive into that whole compilation, and September 4th that shit comes out. So get it, indecisionrecords.com. revhq.com, or get it in your local store, hopefully, if you missed out on the pre-order. If you missed out on the pre-order,
any of the bands.
Yeah. If you missed out on the pre-order, you fucked up, because you're not gonna have a tank top. That shit'll never be available again. You can get a shirt, maybe cut off the sleeves and try to look cool, but we'll know.
It'll never be the same, dude.
We'll know that you missed out on the pre-order and you weren't one of the
real recognizes real.
Yeah, you weren't one of the real ones, So I hope you pre-order that shit. If not, it don't matter. It's never too late. Get that shit. Let's sell that thing out. Let's get it to a second press. I'm biased, but I think it's a great representation of the Nardcore scene. From 2019 and to this day. Hopefully we come out of the back end of this COVID bullshit and everything is still raging. It's been an interesting year, but this is one of the bright spots. The fact that we were able to put something together like this, with the help of Andrew, Hester, Stu, of course, myself, and Joe helped us a lot. And then, of course, with the help of Dave Mandel from Indecision Records, could not have done it without him.
The mighty Dave Mandel.
Yes, the mighty Dave Mandel. And so, please get that record. We joke saying smash that Patreon button, but, maybe save your money this month and get that record. It's really cool that, you guys support like pod adjacent projects like that. I hope that we keep doing cool shit. It's what keeps me involved and excited about this style of music and the scene, and obviously like that's our scene. So like we're just really proud of it to be able to curate a record like that. And I've listened to it a million fucking times. I love the way it's sequenced. It really takes you through on a journey from old to new. Starting off with like the Repute song, and then I wrote a new In Control song, and then we get blown off the fucking comp by False Confession, and then 3 Day Holocaust comes in, and you're just like, oh my God, this is so good, and then there's just a million bright spots on the comp. Like we've said before, all the people in the future losing their virginity to the Out of Trust song. Got a new No Motive song on there. Downpresser, Minus.
Omega Point song.
Yeah, that Omega Point song that Joe selected as one of his top 7 Nardcore songs ever. Think about that, dude. Episode 1, the legend Joe Rivas chose a song off that comp. That's worth the price alone. You also have stalwarts on there like Downpresser, Minus, and if that Charman song was not on that record, that Minus song would have been my favorite. That thing is fucking out of this fucking world. You got Tony Cortez in his current band, other than Ill Repute, Robot Uprising, with one of the dudes from the Weirdos, like writing just a killer classic punk track on the in there. Just look at that lineup, and if you look at that lineup and you don't want to plunk down,
and then another 12 songs.
Yeah. And then also, the digital too. And you're talking about a new Dr. Dale song on there. That song fucking rages. That Keep Fighting song is fucking awesome.
You're not fucking ready.
Yeah. We got Prying Eyes. We got I Decline. There's a million fucking bands on there. So, it's 24 songs on the vinyl, an extra 12 on the digital. Please check that out. Support it. It is much appreciated. You will not regret it. There's a 14-page booklet inside, Stu? 16-page booklet inside. And original artwork.
Got reading material.
Yeah, man. You can read a photo book just like me. Every song on the comp, including the digital, is brand new and exclusive for the comp too. So it's like it's not a bunch of shit you heard before. It's all brand new. It's all just for the comp. You're not going to be able to hear it on the band's next 7-inch. This shit's exclusive. So again, check out
all the shit you heard before.
But check out the Nardcore for Life compilation. It's available on September 4th, indecisionrecords.com, and handle business, guys. As far as this episode, we will be posting all of our playlists on the 185 Miles South Instagram in the next couple days. You guys can vote on whose list is best, and we'll do that. We'll see if Joe runs away with it again, like he did on the first Super 7 episode. You know? You gonna defend that crown, Joe? That was a good little Photoshop from Daniel, huh?
I don't know. Yeah, that was good.
That was really good.
I got reflections and quality of life, and maybe people don't know them yet, but once they listen to them,
we'll put the playlist out, and if it's not on Spotify, we'll try to do a little SoundCloud link or something so people can hear it. Or
we'll figure something out.
Yeah, or we can up it to YouTube and put a little link there. So
that'd be cool.
Yeah, thanks to everyone for listening. Luke, thanks for coming on board. I hope you had fun.
He had some technical difficulties, so he had to bail out.
Okay, we lost Luke, but keep it real, dude.
Yeah.
I love that. That was a great choice. Thanks for choosing to have Luke on, Joe.
Yeah.
I think
he's been active in the scene. He's been going to shows, and I talked
every
to him at a show, and we haven't had a show in fucking 12 years now, but it feels like it. But you know what I'm saying. So when you had asked me, we need to find somebody that's either 10 years older than me or 10 years younger than Stu. I thought, well, Luke's the perfect, and he's a true second generation Nardcore person,
Yeah.
Being Jim from Ill Repute's kid,
Yep.
But he's got it in his heart where it counts, and that's what's important to me. So that's why I wanted him part of this. So Luke, thank you so much, even though you can't hear us right now.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy the pod.
He'll listen to it.
Yeah. No, he did a great job, and it was great talking to you guys. I mean, obviously this is our favorite topic. Like, I wish we were doing a top 17, but it was fun.
Oh, yeah.
It was fun to see what we scored.
We gotta do it in person. Let's just do it in person. That's all I need.
Yeah, well,
it's hard to narrow these down, man.
Yeah, so hard. Stu, we can't redo stuff. We already did your Reflections episode twice.
Let's do a third one.
Yeah, I know we should. Yeah, when it comes out, we'll do a party. But
Jesus.
Yeah. All right, guys.
I miss you guys.
Yeah, I miss you guys both too dearly. And I hope that we get to see each other soon.
Yeah.
So, okay, everyone, thanks for listening. Smash that Patreon button, patreon.com/185 miles south. You know what to do. And we'll talk to you soon. What's up, everyone? Make sure that you follow 185 Miles South on Instagram. And we're going to put the list up. You can vote on who has the best one. But there are some of these songs that were not on Spotify, so I'm going to tuck them here at the end of the podcast. And the first one up is Downpresser, Intro, Into Dirt Cheap. And it's off their split 7-inch with Creatures. Then we're going to go into Omega Point. And it is a song off the Nardcore for Life compilation. That song is called The Game. Third, Repeater 800. And then fourth is going to be Clench Fist. Those both are from Joe's list. Actually, the last three are from Joe's list. And Downpresser was on Stu's list. So anyway, here are those songs. Check them out, and thanks for listening to the podcast.
Motivation is what keeps me alive. But that's just motivation. I still have the life. Instead they track me down, make me feel less human. You see me like a pawn, infected fucking day. Instead they tell me stories about this fight against this jumping. But this only dream I'm trying to never be. Moving to a soldier is their final goal. To fight unknown countries, to kill without a soul. Take me from my family, they take me from my friends. Why can't I come back? Why can't I be myself? Trying to tell a story about this fucking goddamn jumping. But this only dream I'm trying to never be. They take me from my family, they take me from all my loved ones. But this only dream I'm trying to be myself. Defend this proud nation from sea to shining sea. Well, that's a nice dream. I'm sorry it'll never be. They take me from my family, they take me from my friends. Why can't I just leave? Come back to be myself! Come back to be myself!